The Himalayas, huge towering peaks covered in snow, old as time, so quiet it almost hums. The Himalayas, more than mountains, they're a presence. The air is thin and crisp, sunlight strong and bright, but life finds a way. Trees, twisted and strong, flowers bursting with amazing color, a place of extremes, harsh beauty, peaceful power. It pulls you in, shows you who you really are. This is where we find Aakash. Aakash, young, restless, city life felt like a cage. He wanted quiet, room to breathe. The Himalayas called to him, promised peace, a chance to get away, to find himself. He arrived, tired. His problems felt heavier than his backpack. But the mountains welcomed him, each step a little lighter, each breath a little closer to peace. A narrow path, winding and dangerous. He wasn't alone. She stood there, outlined against the sky, hair like dark silk, eyes reflecting the mountain lakes. Ganga. Their eyes met, a spark like they knew each other. She smiled. He forgot how to breathe. "Lost?" she asked, her voice like a mountain stream. He shook his head. "Found," he whispered. They walked together. Days went by quickly. Sunrises, amazing. Sunsets, painting the sky. They talked, shared stories, dreams, fears. He learned her laughter like wind chimes. She saw his sadness hidden in his eyes. He watched her, strong, independent, yet gentle. He felt a change inside, a warming. The mountains were working their magic. A storm rolled in, fast and strong. They found shelter, a cave hidden and old, the air thick with excitement, the fire making shadows dance. He saw her fear, reached for her hand, her fingers intertwined with his. Warmth spread through him. He knew in that moment this was more than friendship. Outside the storm raged. Inside, a different kind of storm was brewing. The storm passed, leaving a deep, waiting silence. They came out of the cave. Above them, the Milky Way, a million diamonds on velvet. He looked at her, bathed in moonlight. "Ganga," he breathed, her name, a prayer. She turned to him, her eyes full of longing. He leaned in, their lips met, a kiss, gentle at first, then a fire burning them both. Going down the mountain, bittersweet, each step taking them away from paradise, closer to real life. He watched her as she slept on the bus, her face peaceful, his heart ached. Would their love survive back in the city? He knew one thing, he was forever changed. The mountains had given him a gift, Ganga. He wouldn't let her go, not without a fight. The city lights, bright and harsh. He took a deep breath, the smell of car exhaust, not fresh air. He turned to Ganga, her eyes held his. "What now?" she whispered. He smiled, a promise in his eyes. "We fight," he said, "for us, for the love we found on that mountain." They had faced the Himalayas together. They could face anything. Years passed. Life, a mix of happy and sad times. Their love, a constant, a guiding light. But the mountains still called. Every now and then they would go back to recharge, to remember, standing on that same peak, holding each other close. They knew this was their special place, their love story written on the face of the Himalayas.